Are the San Francisco 49ers on the verge of a game-changing move in free agency? Rumors are swirling around a veteran cornerback, a former defensive player of the year, who could be the key to bolstering our defense. With the front office hinting at a spending freeze, could this be the savvy addition we need to make a run at the title? Stay tuned as we dive into the latest buzz. Surrounding the San Francisco 49ers, it's hard not to feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. With general manager John Lynch hinting at a tighter budget this offseason, the 49ers have been relatively quiet in free agency, especially amidst a notable exodus of talent. But now there's chatter linking us to a former defensive player of the year, Stefon Gilmore. You might be asking, is this the right move for the Niners? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Gilmore brings a wealth of experience and talent that could significantly bolster our secondary. He's a rare cornerback who can still play at a high level into his 30s, and last season, he allowed an 87.5 passer rating as a nearest defender. That's impressive, especially considering he operated in a defense that often left him isolated. He's had stints with the Patriots, Cowboys, and Vikings, showcasing his ability to adapt to aggressive schemes. However, we must consider the context. Gilmore's been on a bit of a journey, transitioning to a new team almost every year. If he comes to San Francisco, he'd be on his 6th team in as many seasons. This raises questions about consistency and stability. Are we ready to take on a player who hasn't found a long-term home in the league? The question of whether he can still deliver at a championship-caliber level looms large, especially if he's chasing that elusive second Super Bowl ring. If we can snag him at the right price, say a one-year deal under $10 million, there's definitely potential here. But is that investment worth it? The 49ers are currently in a position where they are leaning towards nurturing young talent and preparing for a significant draft class. Bringing in a veteran like Gilmore could be a strategic stopgap, but it might also hinder the development of our younger cornerbacks. What about the impact on the team's future? If the 49ers choose to pursue Gilmore and he becomes a key player in our defense, it could enhance our competitive edge, especially in a division that's consistently tough. But if he doesn't fit into our long-term plans, we risk squandering valuable resources that could be better used elsewhere. Let's not forget that the 49ers have been relatively quiet during free agency, which has left many fans, myself included, wondering about the direction we're headed. Are we consolidating our efforts for a bigger splash in the draft, or are we genuinely looking for short-term fixes in a desperate attempt to keep pace? And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you excited about the possibility of adding a player like Stefon Gilmore to our squad? Or do you believe we should stick to developing our current roster and focus on the draft? The San Francisco 49ers are making waves in the NFL, and I'm here to break down the latest buzz surrounding our beloved team. As we all know, the 49ers had high hopes of bolstering their pass rush by signing Joey Bosa during free agency. Many of us were convinced that his release from the Los Angeles Rams meant he was on his way to Santa Clara. Instead, Bosa surprised us all by joining the Buffalo Bills, leaving the 49ers in a bit of a scramble to address their struggling defensive line. Now, with the upcoming draft on the horizon, the 49ers are looking to fill that void. In CBS Sports' latest mock draft, analyst Josh Edwards has projected that the 49ers will select defensive end Michael Williams from Georgia with the 11th overall pick. This pick could be a game-changer for our defense. Edwards notes that most assumed San Francisco was the logical landing spot for Bosa, and while that fell through, the need for a strong pass rusher remains paramount. Michael Williams, standing at 6'5" and weighing 260 pounds, fits the bill perfectly. He showcased impressive stats during his college career, racking up 5 sacks in 2024 alone and maintaining an impressive total of 26 pressures over each of the last 2 seasons. His defensive grades from Pro Football Focus have consistently hit over 78, which is certainly something to get excited about. With a total of 85 pressures in 3 seasons, Williams has proven he can disrupt opposing offenses. Looking at his college stats, Williams recorded 67 tackles, 23 of which were for a loss, along with 14 sacks, 4 passes defended, and 3 forced fumbles while playing for the formidable Bulldogs. What stands out even more is his run defense grade of 82.9 in 2024. Given that the 49ers finished last season ranked 28th in run defense with a dismal grade of 48.8, Williams could provide an immediate impact. While it's clear the 49ers have Other needs along the defensive line. Edwards argues that prioritizing a pass rusher in the first round is the most logical move. Sure, we could debate the internal defensive line needs, but this draft class is rich in talent, and the opportunity to snag a player like Williams may not come around again. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. While I love the idea of adding a dynamic player like Williams to pair with Nick Bosa, I can't help but wonder if we're neglecting other critical areas. The 49ers have shown in recent seasons that a strong pass rush can change the course of games, so bolstering that side of the defense is undeniably crucial. But at what cost? Are we putting too much emphasis on one position? As a passionate 49ers fan, I can't help but feel a rush of excitement at the thought of Williams donning the red and gold. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and disrupt plays could be pivotal in our quest for a Super Bowl title. The energy he brings could ignite a defensive unit that has the potential to dominate. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you in favor of this potential pick? Do you believe that Michael Williams can be the game changer we need? Or do you think we should be looking elsewhere? The comments section is open for all your thoughts and debates, so let's get the conversation rolling. As we gear up for the draft, I want to remind you all to stay tuned for more updates. This is an exciting time for us, and there's so much more to discuss as we navigate through these strategic decisions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all things 49ers. And be sure to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep the faith and hope for another thrilling season ahead.